Good morning, friends, and good morning indeed in America. Coming to you from Wednesday morning here. I'm going to walk you through some of the maps. I'm going to show you the projections out there. But basically, it looks like President Trump has this thing in the bag. It also looks like the Senate will turn over to Republican control. And early projections seem to look good for Republicans. Like I said, we're going to walk through the maps, but shortly before 1:30 a.m., the AP, or the Associated Press, called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. We're talking about his lead there at 2.6% with 4% outstanding. Basically, everyone's kind of agreeing that Pennsylvania has been flipped. That does look like it is a lock for President Trump. So it looks like he will be the next president. They are not fully calling this just yet, and I'll explain why. But let's just say, let me throw it up on the map, and you can see how bad it is for Democrats as it is. But we should be seeing a victory speech from Donald Trump. We should be seeing a resignation or a give up speech from Kamala Harris. Let me show you how things look on the map. All right, friends. So here we are on Google. This is the best one that I found out there. It is basically pulling from the Associated Press. So as the Associated Press calls different states and everything like that. As you can see there with the Senate, they have called 51 of the states so far for the Senate, and that gives the Republicans control of the Senate. Now, we still have McCormick there in Pennsylvania, who is up, but with 96% reporting, he's only up 1%. So that's still, as they say, too close to call for them. Michigan, we have Mike Rogers leading by 0.6% with 8% outstanding. That's a little more of a toss-up. Over in Wisconsin, we got Eric Hovde. He is up just 1.7% with 6% outstanding. That looks more like a Republican pickup there. Montana, Tim Shee looks like he's going to pick up Montana. That's a flip right there. So that's looking good. Nevada's also looking, it's a toss up there, but it's slightly leaning to Sam Brown there too. So good chance that the Republicans pick up one, maybe two more seats there, gets it up to 53, 52, 53. But you're all here for the presidential projections here. Now, he is ahead in Michigan, and there's a chance that he picks up Michigan 2% up with 7% outstanding. Wisconsin, he's up with 6% out. He is up. This is like a math test. 3.4%, right? No, 4.4%. Yeah, there we go. With 6% outstanding. So they're probably going to call Wisconsin at some point here soon. He's up in Nevada by almost 5% there with 16% out. Arizona, he's up, but he doesn't need any of these states, right? Because he's got Alaska. Alaska's 3. He only needs 270. So that takes him up to 270. And Alaska is a solid red state. So, I mean, this is already a lock. The only reason why they haven't called it, I guess, is because they're waiting for some more. Honestly, they don't want to call it and force Kamala Harris to resign or whatever and to quit the race. So they're not calling Alaska for political purposes, it looks like. But I mean, as you can see, up 15.4% with only 27% remaining to be reported. And like I said, Alaska's a solid red state. There ain't no way that Rudy and Alaska Prepper and all his friends up there in Alaska don't take the state for President Trump. So with that said, show all states. There we go. 267 plus the 3 from Alaska. Boom, 270. Donald Trump has won the presidency. Now, questions of ballot drops. Are we potentially going to see something absolutely crazy happen? Like I said, 4% outstanding out there, and he is up 2.5%. So there is potential for something absolutely crazy to happen, but even the AP says it's not going to happen. So they know where the ballots are out. There's enough Republican ballots waiting still as well. We got overseas ballots. There's too much of a margin there. Harris cannot pull it out of the fire. So looks like Donald Trump will be our next president. The AP hasn't fully called the thing, but this is at 5:06 a.m. I'm trying to get this out to you by 6:15 a.m. So this is the latest, basically, you can get with a recorded video. How's the House looking? The House is looking pretty good. 196. You need 218 for majority. They've called 196 races. As everyone wakes up here, they're probably going to start calling some more of these races, but 196 against the 177 for the Democrats. The Democrat number is going to go up a little bit, but the GOP number is going to go up a little bit too. If we can just pull a few more House races, that should get us into the majority for the House as well, which is a really big deal. That if we can just have a majority and stop the Democrats from launching impeachment hearings, that will really make things a lot easier for the first 2 years of Donald Trump's tenure, right? The Senate's going to make it a lot easier to get his cabinet picks in. So there is that. So with a slim majority in the Senate, that should at least make it so that things don't get hung up too badly. But with the 60-vote filibuster rule for a lot of things, he's going to be able to get his judicial nominations in. And as long as we don't have any resignations from the Supreme Court, but we may see some resignations on the liberals from the Supreme Court so that the Republicans don't get to appoint 2 or 3 more Supreme Court justices when Donald Trump gets in. So some of the more liberals folks on the Supreme Court are going to get pressured pretty darn hard to resign before January, right? So that they can get those nominations through the currently Democratic Senate. They're going to probably try to do that, but I don't expect any of the conservative justices to resign. So we should be seeing the Supreme Court quite possibly become more conservative over the next little bit. But I imagine that the Democrats are going to want to appoint basically like people like Sotomayor, super young, and also just basic political hacks. They've done that before, and they've moved that direction. They're like, they don't need to have any judicial experience. They just need to have the party's interest at mind. So that's happening. Governors, no real change there. 27 GOP governors, that's where we were before. 23 Democrats. I think 1 or 2 of those states did move sideways, but the same number of governors out there are Republican as they were before, so that's not a big change there. So House looking like it's probably going to go for the Republicans. We're still kind of holding our breath on that one. Senate looks like it's a lock for the Republicans. The question is how big of a majority, and if we could get a few more seats, that would definitely make things a little more comfortable. But President of the United States, 2025, will be Donald Trump. So hopefully that's good news for your morning. I know some of you guys, that's not going to be good news, but it's good news for most of the people that support Donald Trump, which apparently is about 5 million more people than those who have supported Harris, at least up to this point. Still votes are coming in, but Trump apparently did win the popular vote. So it's not that surprising that he has also swept the Electoral College. His margin may get much, much larger if he picks up Wisconsin, which looks pretty possible. Nevada looks like it's probably going to go that way. Alaska definitely going to go that way. But Arizona and Michigan still kind of up in the air. We'll see which way those two states break. But it looks like Donald Trump's going to have a pretty solid Electoral College victory, and the fact that 5 million more people voted for him than Kamala Harris is definitely going to be good news out there for some sort of mandate out there. So I'm smiling this morning. I would like AP to call this thing. I would like Harris to concede. But it looks like we're moving that direction. It looks like we have enough padding in there that legal challenges are going to be just rather pointless. They may still try to do those, but if we have Electoral College, if they have to basically flip through legal means, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and like Michigan and Nevada, that's just going to be a little too much. I think that even the diehard Democrats are going to either just go through the motions on those legal challenges, or they're just going to not do them at all. And we may see Harris concede shortly. So that's what we're looking out there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Do you think that steal is still happening or still will happen? We're past 3 a.m., so we're at the 5 a.m., 5:15 a.m., and things are still looking very, very good. These are live numbers that I'm looking at here. So like I said, we're looking good there for now. But let me know if you guys are like, this is done, it's in the bag, we're good, the AP has called it, so we're good to go, or are you still a little wary and suspicious? All right, friends, there are a lot of reports out there of crazy things happening, and with the Senate, with potentially the House, and with the presidency, we may get some investigations in some of these things to make sure that they never happen ever, ever, ever again. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there on the screen. I'm going to get you some store updates on shortages that I saw here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I wanted to get this video out to you this morning. As you wake up, I want you guys to see and hear the good news out there with a little bit of nuance there, right? So, AP hasn't called it, but a bunch of other places have. We see, I believe Fox News has called it. We're seeing like places like Red State have called it. Most of the pundits out there are like, it's done. There's no way that Alaska's not going to break Republican. So that's 270. There's no way that Pennsylvania is going to move. Georgia, let's take a quick look at Georgia here, because we have some issues there before. He's up by 2.3% with 3% outstanding. So not really possible for any of that to move. So that's why AP has called that. So looking pretty good from where we sit. And yeah. All right, friends. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report,